Hi! For this video lesson, we are going to talk about a specific property of logarithms, which is the change of base. So, a change of base property, so if we're given with a simple logarithmic expression such as logarithm of a base b, where a is the argument of the logarithm and b is the base or the origin of the original expression. So we can change the base of this logarithm by simply getting the logarithm of the argument of any base divided by the logarithm of the original or the base of the original expression. So that's b, logarithm of b, of the same base with what we do in the logarithm of a. So in this case, since we used c as the base of the logarithm of a, we have to use c as the base of the logarithm of the base of our original expression. Or we can just simply write it as the logarithm of a over the logarithm of b. So in this case, both logarithms have the same base, which is equal to 10. Or ln a over ln b. So if we have ln a over ln b, we know that it's a logarithm that has a base of an Euler's constant, or e. Now, let's try to solve some problems involving the change of base property. So for example, we want to evaluate the logarithm of 243 base 9. So as we can notice, 243 cannot be written in terms of a power of 9. But we can write 243, both 243 and 9 as a power of 3. Diba? We have 243 is simply equal to 3 raised to 5 and 9 is simply equal to 3 squared. So therefore, we can apply the change of base property. We can write it as a logarithm of base 3. So we can have logarithm of 243 base 3 divided by the logarithm of 9 base 3. So we can just simply write it as a logarithm of 3 raised to 5 base 3 all over the logarithm of 3 squared base 3. So therefore, solving for this particular equation or for this particular expression, we will have we'll have 5 halves. So the answer for the logarithm of 243 base 9 is simply equal to 5 halves. Next, how about the logarithm of 100,000 base 100? So we cannot write 100,000 as base 100, but both 100,000 and 100 are powers of 10. So 100,000 is simply equal to 10 raised to 5, and 100 is simply equal to 10 squared. So that's simply, or we can just simply write it in terms of a logarithm base 10 or a common logarithm. So we can just write it as the logarithm of 100,000 divided by the logarithm of 100. So that's simply 5 equal to 5 I cannot write, so let me put it here. 5 over 2. Alright? So class, nagkataon lang na 5 halves din yung sagot dyan. Alright? Hindi ko po yun sinadya. Next! How about if we have this kind of expressions? So for example, you're given with a logarithm of 2 base b, which is equal to a, the logarithm of 3 base b, which is equal to c, and logarithm of 5 base b, which is equal to d. And we want to get or express, we're given with a specific logarithmic expression, and we want to express its value in terms of a, c, and d. So for example, we have logarithm of 5 base 3. So how are we going to write it? or how are we going to express it in terms of A, C, and D? So we have to use, or we can use, the change of base property. So as we can see here, all of the given logarithmic expression is in terms of base B. So we can just simply write this one as the logarithm of the logarithm of the argument, which is 5, base B, divided by the logarithm of 3, base B. And logarithm of 5 base B is simply equal to D, over the logarithm of 3 base B is simply equal to C. So therefore, the logarithm of 5 base 3 is, in terms of A, C, and D, can be written as D over C. Next, how about the logarithm of 15 base 2? So 15 base 2, so we can just simply have here logarithm of 15 base B over the logarithm of 2 base B. But we're not given with the logarithm of 15 base B. But we can just simply write 15 in terms of the product of 5 and 3. So therefore, we could write it as, okay, logarithm of 5 times 3 base B over the logarithm of 2 base B. If it's a product, what can we do? We can express it as the sum of the logarithm. So therefore, we could write it as logarithm of 5 base B plus the logarithm of 3 base B all over the logarithm of 2 base B, which is simply equal to, what is logarithm of 5 base B? That's equal to D. What is the logarithm of 3 base B? That's equal to C. All over, what is the logarithm of 2 base B? That's equal to A. So therefore, this is A. Yeah. So therefore, the value of our logarithm is simply equal to D plus C all over A. Next, how about the third example? Logarithm of 45 base 6. So for the logarithm of 45 base 6, we have logarithm of logarithm of 45 base B all over logarithm of 6 base B. So therefore, logarithm of 45 is simply, logarithm of 45 base B is simply equal to 3 squared times 5. No? 3 squared times 5. So we can just simply write it as logarithm of 3 squared times 5 times 5 base B all over, how about logarithm of 6? Logarithm of 6 is simply equal to 3 times 2 base B. So, therefore, this is simply equal to logarithm of 3 squared base B plus logarithm of 5 base B divided by logarithm of 3 base B plus logarithm of 2 base B. Then, for the property, we can just simply put the exponent of 3 squared as the coefficient of this logarithm. So this is 2 logarithm of 3 base B plus logarithm of 5 base B over logarithm of 3 base B plus logarithm of 2 base B. Then, what's this? 2 logarithm of 3 base B is simply equal to 2C plus logarithm of 5 base B is simply equal to D all over logarithm of 3 base B is simply equal to C plus logarithm of 2 base B is simply equal to A. So therefore, the answer is 2C plus D all over C plus A. Take note, we cannot cancel the C in the numerator and the denominator because both expressions are separated with an addition symbol. So therefore, we cannot simply cancel. So therefore, this is our final, or this will be our final answer, and we cannot simplify more this particular expression. Now, it's your turn. So this is a short exercise that you will answer for today's daily task. Remember to submit this particular short exercises in our Google Classroom. So if you have questions, you can just simply message me through our messenger or just comment in our Google Classroom. Or maybe you can just simply comment on this particular video. Alright, so that's all for today. You can pause this video and start answering. Good luck!